Yes, but then, because I'm actually having a debate myself as well, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Like I like analyzing. So lately I'm analyzing the London dating scene. Let's put it that way.
How would you describe the scene right now?
A mess.
I don't disagree.
It
I
is
do
a
not
mess.
disagree.
It is a mess because, especially for a girl, for example, that she, like, because I hear a lot of my male friends, they complain about women, like, oh, they're trash. And, like, I want a good woman. Like, every man wants a good woman. But then it's like, oh, he would like to meet this church girl to get married. But then what is he liking on Instagram? And what is he going after?
It's very true.
Like, for me, and, I listen to these men, and, like, in my head, I'm like, sometimes I don't want to reply to them because, like, I really was very careful of how I tell it to people. And I wanted to make my homeworks and, and just analyze first, like, and I had myself some questions, but so I think, like, men want this kind of woman, like a good woman that is a church girl and, will stay home and be perfect. But then they're going for women that have, one night stands. And, like, my male friends used to tell me that, oh, I have this girl coming over tonight and tomorrow I have another one. And but
Shall I tell you what it is?
Yeah.
Those girls that he's like on Instagram and they're coming over, that's just for play for him. He's not taking those girls seriously.
Okay.
So the other girls where he's like, she's a bit more reserved. She's, not out here doing the most, right? When he's ready to settle down, that's the kind of girl that he'll choose.
Yes, but will he ever be ready? And second of all, I think if you're so used in going with a girl every night or every weekend you have another girl.
Yes.
Then when you meet that girl and you're in a happy relationship, you won't be able to be committed to that girl because it's about choices.
Yes. So essentially, he would have built an appetite for having sex with different women so that when it comes to committing to one girl, he'll struggle to not fulfill that appetite, right? Yes, you're right. What I would say though, and this is why I say it's when he's ready to settle down.
Yeah.
When he's ready to settle down, have kids, build a life with a woman that he's like, I want to build a foundation with this woman for our future.
Yeah.
If him indulging in that lustful lifestyle is a detriment to it, he will sacrifice that because this means more. It doesn't mean that he won't desire that or have desires for that, but he will sacrifice it because this means more. Because for a lot of the time, most men, if there's the kind of guy who has options and he can go out and date different women, becoming exclusive is a sacrifice for him. For women, it's not seen that much as a sacrifice because generally, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you're dating a guy and you're being intimate with him and you like him, you're not out here trying to have sex with different men.
Yeah, but if she's a good-looking woman with options, she's as well saying no to men.
Not sexually though.
Sorry?
Not sexually. So what I mean is like...
I would say for myself.
Okay, so when you're dating a guy that you really like, that you see seriously,
yeah,
are you looking to be physical with other men as well?
No.
That's my point.
Yes, but then I'm taking a risk as well, right?
But but the difference is you don't have the desire to be sleeping with one guy tonight, a different guy tomorrow, and a different guy the next day.
Yeah, I don't.
Right, but men do.
Yes, but it's
and that's why it's a sacrifice on his part.
Yes, but I think it's also about choices. And
it is a choice.
Yeah, it is
a choice.
And
that is true.
I don't believe that, a man that sleeps with a woman every weekend, or like another woman, sorry, but has like several relationships and one night stands, long term, it won't lead to anywhere good, because they will be lonely and sad. And I do believe that, because we are made for connection.
I agree with you. I think it happens more when women operate that way. They feel lonely and sad. And the reason I say that is because it's much easier for guys to separate emotions from sex than it is for women. So these guys who are just having sex very casually, one night stand here, hooking up with girls here, having sex with them is like going to the gym. They're just working up a sweat, right?
Yeah.
They're just having a fun time.
Yeah.
It's not that they are looking for connection. They're just having a lustful experience. When they're looking for that connection, then they'll be like, okay, I'm going to take this girl seriously. I'm going to invest in this girl. Yeah. And ironically, I know you're like, when you came to this scene in London and stuff, like you wouldn't be having sex with guys straight away. And they'd be like, okay, cool, I'm out. I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah.
When he's looking for a relationship, that's the girl that he wants. Like, let me ask you, have you ever had it where a guy who was looking for a relationship, he was ready, he then came back and then tried to like get with you?
So every man comes back to me.
Of course.
But why wait until you lost the girl because it's like, I'm the kind of person that I try to have this modern view, and I really tried to adapt to the UK dating scene. And it's very different. Like sometimes my mind is like, this is not normal for us. Like, yeah. And so I'm having a battle, and I went to therapy, not a lot, but I went once. I paid for therapy because it was too modern what I was dealing with.
Yes. It was too modern.
So I was like, I need some professional view on this, and how I should deal with the situation. But then I do a lot of education as well from podcasts on YouTube. So if I am free one day, this is what I do in my free time, because I want to understand the mindset. But and the men and the women, I love that, because I really believe in marriages as well.
I understand.
Yeah, so I think what I've seen in UK is that men are not really going towards that, or are not very, educated in marriage. Like for them, it's not a priority that much.
Yes, it's definitely less of a priority. Yeah. Right? But in answer to your question, why would guys wait until they lose the girl to then come back to her?
Yeah.
Because when it comes to men being in relationships generally, when it comes to a guy getting to a relationship, timing is important.
Yeah.
So he could meet you, but maybe he's not ready to have a relationship. So he's like, well, I'm not ready to have a relationship. He sees you as a relationship kind of girl. So he's not going to pursue that yet.
Yeah, but that girl won't wait around.
Of course, and I'm not saying she should.
Yeah.
But that's the risks that he takes. So if he comes across a girl, attractive, she's like relationship material, but he goes, I'm not ready, so I'm not going to leave this. The risk he plays is, okay, when he is ready, maybe she's with someone else, and it's your loss, bro. That's part of the risk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the reason they come back is because they get to a point where they are ready for a relationship, and they go, oh, I remember meeting that Rose girl, and she had all the qualities I wanted. I wasn't ready, but I'm ready now.
Yeah.
Hey Rose, like, how you doing? Let's catch up. And you're like, sorry, I found the man that I want, but thanks for the offer. Do you know what I mean? So that's why, because it rarely happens. It doesn't happen often where a guy's in a frame of mind where he's not looking to settle down or have a relationship, then he meets this girl who just changes his mind. That hardly ever happens. And I think a lot of girls try to be that girl. They're like, oh, he's not ready, but I'm going to try and change his mind.
I never tried to change a man.
But that's the right thing to do though.
Yeah, I never tried. And even in my relationship now, like I give a lot of trust, and I think like you have to, because it's quite, for a girl like me, it's quite difficult because, for example, coming into UK, you have to give maybe sometimes you have to give a bit of freedom. So for me back home, there wasn't that freedom.
As in
that
for you or for the guy?
for in the relationship, I'm meaning freedom, like, things like going on a lad's holiday, or
Sure.
back home, like that's not really what people do.
Is it that's not appropriate for a relationship? Or just people just didn't, it wasn't part of the culture to go on a lad's holiday?
I think it's just something they don't do.
Fairs.
Yeah. But here is something that people do, like men do.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to understand, okay, like because I think in a relationship, you have to understand your partner. And
Yes.
okay, so what makes you happy? Like, what would you like? Because that, I think, communication is key.
100%.
So I'm the kind of person that I don't like to, change a guy, or like tell him to do something, because I don't think you can tell a man what to do. Like,
Completely agree.
maybe
Speaking of male language right now.
No, but I do believe that. Like, I think if I would go to a man and be like, no, I want you to do this and do that, and I don't want you to go out. No, it's like a kid. He will want to do that. He will run from you.
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.